Everybody watching. I'm back from the long hiatus that I took. I didn't take a year off of trading or anything like that. Simply life just happened. These videos ended up getting back to the background, and I've been trading ever since. Just have still been in the break-even stage, and with these next couple months, I'm planning on breaking out of it. Now more than ever is it important to me. So that being said, that's just a little bit of what's been going on. Let's move forward right now and take a look at GU, because I did take a trade today. Right now on the daily chart, let's head on over to that. Daily swing is bullish. Our daily leg is a bearish. And our 4 hour is actually relatively bullish, is what I'd say. Now our 4 hour is bullish up until the point we get to here. Past this point here, we won't be looking at taking any any buys. 15-minute, let's go over any type of trade that might have happened. This was yesterday, a BE from yesterday. So today we had our session started, same as always, starts at 4 o'clock. So starts from this portion onward. Let me mark this out so you guys can see it. Price finally broke out of this range right here that we were in. Came back, mitigated our flip. Did not break until here, and then once it broke here, it just continued going up. Did not come back into anything. What we'll do is we'll just take a quick glance at this 15-minute area here on the flip. So based off of the 15-minute POI, price came into the 15-minute POI, mitigated it, but did not retrace back to our last point of inducement. So therefore, no trade. There's been a couple of changes to our trading plan. One is that now we exclusively only really trade last points of inducements. So here, no trade. Moving on to USD CAD. So daily swing is bullish. Daily leg. Well, actually, our daily swing is bearish. Let's take a look at here. What's going on? Actually, no. So daily swing is bullish. Daily leg is bullish. Oh, buddy, I totally butchered that. Daily leg is bullish. Daily swing is bullish. This would be our last daily leg. So actually, I messed up 3 times. It's actually bearish. 4 hour is bullish. It looks like we're retracing back, probably coming in to take out the rest of this liquidity, which in all honesty, if we come back and take this, there's a high chance that our price is going to run everything down into here. And quite frankly, I'm all for the sells up until this point. Our day started right around here. Price was, of course, making lower lows, lower highs. Came in, mitigated this POI, and mitigated this one. I was actually on a live call with Matt during this trade here. So let's just go down on the lower time frame to take a quick glance. So price came into the 15-minute POI, didn't mitigate or didn't come into anything that we were looking at. So no trade there. Another 15-minute POI, price came up, took the last point of inducement. Problem with this trade here, and I know this put in the high, it didn't tag our refinement. And then the other thing, let's see if there was, yeah, no, it was at least 3R. So could have gone away with the win there if I would have taken the trade here. I wouldn't have, because price didn't tap our refinement. So no trade there. Could this be an honorable mention? Potentially. But for me, quite frankly, if it doesn't come to the refinement, it's not valid for me. So let's move on. Now we are going to EU. EU daily swing is bullish. Daily internal leg is also bullish. 4 hour appears to be bearish. Let's mark out our ISB. Where's my ISB? Right here. Well, this will be a sub break. So 4 hours bullish. 15-minute. Our day started right around here. Price is consistently making higher highs. Price didn't come back to this 15-minute POI. Price came into this 15-minute POI, which we'll take a look at, and this flip in here. So first off, our flip, price came in. Similar situation to USD CAD. Price came in, took the last point of inducement, but did not tap into our refinement, because this is our refinement in here. Yeah, if all it needed to do was take our last point of inducement, we would have had a couple trades. But even then, it's like, let's say you hypothetically do enter long. Oops. Yeah, see, like the R is not there. What are you going to get 2R? Nope. Not for us. And then as far as this 15-minute POI being mitigated, it was, but price did not come into anything significant, so no trade. Lastly, this was my break even. Daily swing is bearish, daily leg is bullish, 4 hour is bearish. Let's take one more glance at the 4 hours. So right now we're just climbing up. You could make an argument that this is our 4 hour. Will I want to make that argument? Not really. Will I keep my eye out? Yeah, 100%. I won't be selling in here, that's for sure. Let's just mark this out. So, there was a trade. I was asleep. I dozed off. And it's unfortunate. Tomorrow will not be the same. So this is when I should have woken up. This is when I actually got up. It was closer to 6:30. So we had a 15-minute POI here from a flip. The 15-minute extreme was here. We'll take a look at that. And then this was potentially an honorable mention. And then finally, the trade that I took. So coming in, price came in, last point of inducement to the flip, entered on momentum. Big reason we could have waited for this extreme here. But in all honesty, it's like, what's your refinement? Is this your refinement? Because then it's like, you got a lot of space in here to fill. You know, so this obviously does not look as good as this refinement. So moving on, this one was a 5R win. Honorable mention. The reason it's an honorable mention is because this pullback over here on the 15-minute, you can tell that something happened. This one candle did make a lower low. This is not considered a pullback in my book, but Matt potentially would have entered it. I would not. Single candle pullbacks are not my thing. Price came in. The other thing is, like, to me this just looks like rounded off liquidity. But you would have entered there. And this is why we don't enter these. Notice price didn't even really take the high. So it would have been BE. Yeah, we don't pay attention to those type of trades. My trade on the 15-minute, a lot more legit. Yes, price retraced a good bit, right? Price made this low here at 430. This is the London low, and price didn't come back till 10:45, so we're talking about 6 hours. Nonetheless, price did come in. This was my refinement. It was a bullish candle, but it put in the low. This was my, let's delete this. This was my last point of inducement. Price came in, tapped, momentum, entered. Unfortunately, got out for break even, in which case price then proceeded to hit TP. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So that was the day. Peace.